Hello everyone, it's Mr. Miller. It's been a while since I made one of these videos, but we're on a new unit, so that's why I'm making it. Anyway, today we are learning about the very basics of Syria. So learning targets are I can understand the basic history of Syria, I can understand how the Syrian civil war started, and I can understand how the Syrian civil war caused global issues. I'm just going to move myself out of the way. In fact, actually, I don't even need to be here for the most part, so goodbye. So basic info about Syria is a tiny country in the Middle East. Syria is located near Turkey, Iraq, and Israel. Syria is surrounded by the Persian Gulf, and Syria's geography is mountain, steppe, and desert. So what I mean by that, I'll show you the pictures of it later. Syria is right, where is it? There it is. It is right here, and it's surrounded by Iraq, which the United States has troops in, and Turkey, which is a big country over here, and it's a tiny little country of Lebanon, Israel, Jordan. So it's kind of in the middle of everything, and it's surrounded by the Mediterranean Sea and the Persian Gulf, which is right here. So this whole area is where Syria is. All right, so I'll show you some pictures. This is like the steppe. What I mean steppe, it's like plains. It's kind of like out west for us in the United States, like North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, kind of. There's mountains here, and there is desert. Um, Extreme temperatures in the desert. The steppe is like it does snow there, and there are mountains. It is not as hot and humid in these two parts as it is in Vietnam. It is very hilly and there is less trees and vegetation, as you can see, than Vietnam as well, just kind of comparing it to inside and back again. So, early history of Syria is thousands of years old. Syria is as old or older than Vietnam as a whole. The first records of the country come from 10 BC. I don't know why it says during this time. Excuse me, I'm going to delete this. So, and Syria throughout history typically has been conquered by many different groups. So it would be conquered by Persia, which is Iran, Greeks, Romans, Turks, and the French. So let me bring back my little map here. First group of people to conquer was Iran. So Iran had like controlled all of this. Second group would be the Greeks. So Greece is over here. They would conquer this area, and then Rome, which is Italy, would control all of this area, and then after that, France would control Syria, just like they controlled Vietnam, which is over here. Okay, so for a long time they didn't have their own, independence, and Syria would become independent after World War II in 1946. So it is a relatively young country, and modern day Syria is not a very nice place. So after Syria became an independent country, a political party called the Ba'ath Party. It looks like Bath, but it's pronounced Ba'ath. Um, Called the Ba'ath Party. I don't know why I didn't write that. A Ba'ath Party took control. It should say took control. And the Ba'ath Party slowly took control of, like, when it took control, I mean it took control. So it took over the country, and the leader was this guy near named Hafez al-Assad. Was the president. I'm literally doing quotation marks, you can't see, but he really wasn't a president. He was a dictator. He ran the show. He told people what to do, and they did it. There were elections for him, but in reality, he was a dictator. If anybody ran against him or his party, they'd be killed or something bad would happen to them. So this guy was in control for about a very long time, and he died. He dies in 2000, and then his son, his name is Bashir al-Assad, took over the country. He has been in power ever since, so he's been in control for 21 years now. He's going to probably run the country longer than his father. He runs the country just like a dictator and kills anybody who stands up to him. He's actually been seen as a person who commits human rights violations by like poisoning people, firebombing people, gas bombing people, having the military kill innocent civilians. He's not a nice guy. So Bashar al-Assad's government is protected by Russia. So like America can't really do anything about it. And Russia likes this guy because he doesn't like America, and they have like a lot of business together. So that is why he is in power. And because of that, there was a civil war, which is in this video here. I'm not going to go into too much depth about it, but it is really important. So keep that in mind, please. And I'm not going to watch it because there's no need to. Bye. So the Civil War has created a refugee crisis So it's just like Inside Out Backhand, except this one's more modern. It's going on today. So the war itself has been going on for 11 years, since 2011. I remember it because I was in college when it happened. So millions have died and many people have lost their homes. Currently, there are over 12 million Syrian refugees that have lost their homes. That's a significant part of the population. They'd be like taking a quarter of like a state and having them have no houses. So many Syrians are leaving the country by foot and boats to try to make a better life for themselves in European countries. Um, the migration they do is similar to like people in Latin America and Mexico coming to the United States. Like they walk there. This is no different, except this is on the other side of the world. They take boats to Greece or they walk. And that's because their lives are so bad, they just legitimately walk. And here are some pictures for that. But before we get to the pictures, I want to tell you that a lot of migrants, thousands, maybe even millions now, are deported back to Syria where they face like a possible, death, or they die on their journey to Europe. So it's very, very sad. Here is a picture of people taking boats. Lots of people drown because the boats are so full. Boats capsize. You hear it every couple of days that children die. Here is a highway. I don't know in what country. I think it's at Syria itself. People are just walking and walking and walking. It's supposed to be 4 lanes, but it's just full of people. So here's another picture. This guy, I know for a fact, I looked it up. He lost his child at some point. So that's why he's upset on the trip over. He died, and then here's another picture of that. So the point is that it's really, really sad. So it's a very sad affair, and that is what's going on, and that is a very brief history of Syria. So thank you very, very much for your time. Have a wonderful day.